Hello, I'm here to talk to you about the one gift I really want you to give yourself before the end of 2019, and that is your year in review. Now, I know you might be saying, I have no time, there's already so much going on between now and 31st of December, and please, I'm self-employed. I left to get rid of performance reviews and all that sort of jazz. Well, I get it, but trust me, reviewing your year in full is really an empowering thing to do for yourself and your business. It's how you can get clear on your areas of focus for next year by honouring first where you've been and where the gaps are, as well as celebrating those enormous achievements you've made this year that you might have forgotten about. So I'm going to take you through a pretty simple process. I've made an acronym called S.P.A.C.E, S-P-A.C.E, and that's how we're going to structure your year in review. So stay tuned. So S.P.A.C.E stands for strategy and goals, pay, achievements, challenges, and energy. And we're going to go through them one by one and score them out of 10. So let's start with strategy and goals. Now, if you had goals for 2019, or you had a general strategy or areas of focus, this is where we start. A good place to start is to actually review your whole body of work for the year. So that might be listing every client or personal project you've done, every paying job, and looking at was your eventual outcome aligned with the strategy you set yourself at the beginning of 2019. If you didn't achieve any of the goals you set yourself a year ago, think about, is it because they were actually the wrong goals after all and your strategy changed? Or what got in the way of you doing those things that you really cared about this year? And how can you make sure it doesn't happen next year? Okay, moving on to pay. Super important. This is where I want you to get really granular about your business model. I want you to look at profit, operating expenses, owner compensation, so what you pay yourself, and think about where you're performing well or not so well in every single one of those areas. Basically, do you need a pay rise in 2020? Is your business model working for you in its current format? Remember, financial stability is not the only guarantee of success, but it is very, very important. So I want you to be very honest with yourself about your current finances. Is your business paying you enough? Moving on to A, achievement. So this is where I want you to celebrate everything you've done so well this year. You maybe want to go back to your body of work list and think about what are the achievements that you're most proud of, professionally and personally. I want you to think about which achievements had the biggest impact on your clients, on yourself, or on the people around you. Then I want you to maybe highlight 2 or 3 of your absolute top favorite achievements this year, the things that you're the most proud of. And next to it, write, what did I do or have that enabled me to achieve this? What we're doing here is we're starting to associate the results with specific actions or habits. This is how we get clear on those 20% of activities that bring us 80% of the results in our life and business. And remember, this is your chance to now celebrate. Look at everything you've done this year. I want you to take the time to really appreciate yourself. Okay, let's move on to C, challenges. Now this is your private open space to get honest with yourself about what didn't go so well this year. What was really hard? What was harder than you expected? And why was it so difficult? This is where you can really take stock of your lessons that you learned, any small or big failures, and what you want to do differently in 2020. What do you need to make sure is in place so that these challenges don't come up again? And finally, E for energy. A topic that is so close to my heart and which is why it's a big part of this end of year review. Be honest with yourself. How was your energy this year? How was your energy management? Did you take care of your physical, mental, and emotional health? Or were you burnt out and run down most of the year? I also want you to think about how you did in your free time. Were you doing things in your free time that really lit you up and energized you? Or did you find yourself giving away your energy a lot to others? Okay, so there we have our 5 sections: strategy and goals, pay, achievement, challenges, and energy. I want you to score yourself out of 10 on each of those 5 areas. This is a really special time of year when we're both looking back where we've been and looking forward to the future. This is how we start to feel more in charge of our lives, by taking the time to think about what we want and what we don't want. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do let me know how you get on by using the S.P.A.C.E formula for your year in review. I'd love to hear from you.